I got a 2001 Buick LeSabre. Today we're going to do a few things, including replacing an engine mount that is right there. We're going to replace those elbows right there, those coolant elbows, notorious for leaking and cracking and whatnot. So we're going to preemptively do a few things. We got a P0128, so we're going to replace the thermostat right there, and we're going to also replace the thermostat, the temp sensor. And we're going to also check the tie rod ends. We had a complaint of, alignment. All right, let's go. All right, so we're going to remove the belt first. I think it's a 15 millimeter, a long ratcheting wrench, and we're going counterclockwise. Come on, somehow. All right, one hand. Take it off the alternator pulley. Take our wrench back. It'd be a good thing to draw the diagram, just to be sure you put it back with ease. This belt is used. I might have to replace it anyway. Looks like there's some wear on it, so I'm probably going to replace that belt anyway. So let's remove that belt. Alright, around the crank pulley. What's going on here? Alright, it's kind of tight. A long belt though, yeah. Probably gonna have to replace that. Next, actually the first order would be to remove the I'm going to remove the alternator, but I'm going to leave it connected. So I just got to remove the bracket here. I'm going to loosen it from that side and remove this side completely, move it to the side. I'm going to have to use my two hands, guys, because I really do not want to stay here for a while. Just want to do this job as quick as I can. So basically that's what I'm going to do, is to remove that bolt and that one. And I'm going to loosen up the two alternator fasteners, one here and the other one is where? Okay, that was it. So that one is one, the other one is on this side. So that's about it on the alternator. Is there one in the back maybe? Yeah, maybe there's also one in the back right there. So let me do those 4 bolts and I'll be right back. Alright, all the fasteners are out. So now I should be able to just kind of position it without yanking on the wiring too much. I mean, ideally you want to just disconnect it, but you have to disconnect the negative battery cable and all that. I don't want to mess with that. So this is basically, for me, good enough. Now let's look at what we see. I see some oil there. I'm not liking that. And I see some droppings. So definitely, before my customer bought this car, there was definitely some issues there. But because the oil is in the valley, the only logical place would be coming from the intake. So we may have to do some intake manifold gasket at some point. Alright, so let's continue. We're going to remove now the bolts for the bracket. So I guess it's going to be that one, then there's one underneath it right there, 1, 2, and there's another one hidden right here somewhere. I think you can see it right there. Alright, so those 3 will come out, and then this whole assembly should clear. Let me go ahead and do that. Alright, so with the help of a pry bar, I have to remove those bolts. Just a pry bar right here. That was it. So now let it drain. I caught some of it I didn't. Okay, so far we're into this job about less than 10 minutes, I believe, and we're already here. So ours look good because this car is still low miles, so that was a good thing. We decided to do this thing right now before we actually again have issues with it. This car was relatively low miles. Well, this one was broken. I didn't see it, as you can tell. It's broken, so the other piece is definitely stuck inside. So find a way to get it out of there. So, alright, I'm gonna have to use my 2 hands before this snaps and I break my knuckles for no reason. So let me go ahead and remove both of them and trying to get you a shot of the one that's actually in there. Hopefully you can see it. Right there, the remnants of it. You see it right there? Alright, so we're gonna have to go and get that one. But the other one is intact, the lower one. Right there, the lower one is intact all the way around, so that's beautiful. Alright, cool. So let's just get that one out of there. Clean the bores. I don't think we need anything just major. Everything is looking good so far. Again, low mileage engine. It's about 45,000 miles when we bought this car, even though it's a 2001. It's in mint condition. Beautiful car. Alright guys, be back. Okay, so the bottom one, like I said, didn't give me a fight, so it's already installed. Had to remove the one from there, clean it up quickly to the best of my ability. Same thing here. That one is out as well. Alright, so we're gonna fit the last one in. This one actually is the one that had the most problems. I mean, understandably so, because it goes into the into the engine, so there's a lot more heat on that side, I guess, than the this back side here. So, all right. So I think it fits either way. I mean, both ways. Doesn't matter which way you goes where. When I look at it, this is the same distance as that, so you can't really put it the wrong way. Let me go fit it in there and let's see where we are. Okay, so this is in and this is lined up. I'm gonna show you there on the mirror side. You can see in the mirror right there. So that's the inside of it. You can see it all lined up nicely. And look at the bottom one there. Let's just focus on the mirror. Look at it right there. Okay, so that's about it. The sealing is done by the seals. All right, so now let me go ahead and put the bolt and torque it down according to manufacturer spec, which is wherever I feel comfortable. Okay, back together, torqued. Okay, double check to make sure everything is still where it's supposed to be. Nothing funny is happening, nothing is caught. Okay, now I'm gonna put the alternator back. Just trying to just swing it back into position. It goes right there. And we have this big bolt slash stud. You really can't mix them up, I don't believe. Then the second bolt and the third bolt, a different length. If I'm not mistaken, the long one is going to go here. And then the shortest one goes right here in the back. Actually, you don't have to remove the short one, because I just now realized this was a slotted situation here. This is slotted, so you can just remove it a little bit and then it'll slide out. Anyway, let me go ahead and put those things on, and we're going to go towards the thermostat before we put the coolant in, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so we're on the thermostat side now. 2 bolts, very clearly visible right there, so I'm just going to try to see if I can impact them out there. All right, make sure we all know. All right. Okay. Cool. Alright. Cool. Alright. 1 and 2. Hopefully didn't strip nothing there. Alright, let's set them up there and let's lift up this whole assembly. Alright. Tuck this one here somewhere. We gotta get something to pry it out of there. Matter of fact, before I do that, let me make sure I got a thermostat. He told me he got it. Where did he put it? And I told him to get GM thermostat. Yes, this man listens to me. I love it. right there. Cool. So I like that when the customers listen and don't try to be mechanics. All right, let's look at the jiggly bit there if we have one. Where is it located at? Okay, on this one, that's the little pinhole there. So right there, 1 o'clock, the pinhole right there. Yeah, I would say 1 or 2 o'clock. Anyway, right next to this bolt hole right here. So this is the original one, I'm pretty sure. But like I said, this car only have 45,000 miles, so real miles. All right, a little bit of overkill there with the pry bar, if it'll fit. Yeah. Come on. Get out of there. There you go. Alright, I don't think we need to do much inside of here. The seal is thick enough that it's going to seal properly, hopefully. Let's just make sure we align our... Actually, let me put some coolant around the seal here. Just make it sit without a big fuss there. Alright, cool. So, right there. That's the tightest spot. Make sure the gasket is seated in. I think it's good enough right there. Okay. Flip this thing back and tighten it up. Of course, we got to go in by hand first. So I don't like that one. That one is playing hard to get. This one is cooperating somewhat. This one is being difficult. Let's see how the impact feel on it. Just slightly. Nope, doesn't feel good. So let me pause it. What I need to do is just kind of, angle it a little bit. So, but I need 2 hands for that. I like to torque them by hand. I like the feel of that. Well, that's tight. A little bit more here. That's perfect. Alright, so that's done with that thermostat. Now we're going to replace the coolant tap sensor. By the looks of it, it looks to be hopefully a 19 millimeter. That's right there. I already unplugged the connector. Sorry guys. I already unplugged the connector on it right there. Because he did have a hard start after he told me after he had the check engine light. It really took some time to start, so I felt like maybe something was going kind of wonky with that. Why not replace it, right? Not a lot. This part costs about $12 on Amazon, which is the original part, by the way, AC Delco. Let me grab a wrench or something like that. I think it's a 19. 19 it is, so. Come on. And you're trying to film. And you need a camera stand when you're filming, honestly. Alright. I think it's good enough by hand now. I think we're gonna lose some coolant. We should. Yeah, just a little bit. Doesn't look, I don't know. It doesn't matter, I guess. Let's get the new one. Where did they put the new one? And after this, we got the engine mount. And that's about it, man. There you go, right there. That's the part number. The part number is right there. Okay. I didn't give you the part number for the thermostat. Where's that box? I'll look for it when I get back in the trunk there. Okay. So, just get back in there. Come on. Alright. Okay. It's already getting tight there, huh? Alright, let's get this up in there. I think I'm good. Cool there. Beans. We're done with the cooling system overhaul. Ha 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 ha. Life of a mechanic. Anyway, so now we're doing the engine mount. Not sure if I did to remove the bracket. I probably will do that, so I don't have to jack up the car too high. So let me go ahead and break this nut loose, the one on the mount. The other ones are already broken loose. 15 millimeter. Whoever designed this car really is in love with 15 millimeter. Anyway, we go ahead and do that. I'll get back to you. I got a jack underneath. As you can see, that red stuff there at the bottom, that's my trolley jack. And just giving it just a little bit, you know, not too much. So that's why I'm going to remove the bracket instead of jacking it all high. I could do it that way too, but I'll just remove the bracket. All right, be back. That's okie doke. And now got the rest of the damn bracket. Where's my bolts? My sockets. Where is my 15 millimeter socket? Well, right in front of me. That one is stubborn. Alright, I'm gonna have to inch it out of there. It's gonna take a while. Let me do that. Finally, after so long trying to ratchet it out, now we got the bracket out. So all I need to do is get the lower mounting bolt, nut, whatever that is at the bottom, not sure. In fact, let me just look at the new one. That should give me a clear idea what I'm looking for. Alright, so it's going to be a nut at the bottom. Not sure the size of it, but since everything is being about 15 and a 17, I'm going to just grab those and go underneath the car. I'll be right back, guys. Actually, let me see if I can show it to you, but most probably it's going to be a problem. Yep. It's probably going to be inside of this car. Yeah, right there. What size is that, guys? Let me try the 15. Definitely not. That's probably gonna be that 17. Oh man, I'm gonna have to ratchet it out of there. I don't want to jack up the car. I'm too lazy. That's actually 18 millimeter, just like the top one. 18, 15. So there you go, right there. So we should be able to take the mount out now. That's right. Okie doke. Oh, okay. So the long side goes at the bottom. I didn't realize that. Okay. So long side through the frame. That's right. Let's go put that bolt loosely because we need some play in case that the mount is not, the bracket doesn't cooperate with us. We need to be able to play with it. Somebody put some Loctite on there, I'm not sure why, from the factory. So Sorry guys, I forgot the light up there. Alright, I'm gonna make it painless. Alright, let's go up top. Man, this blood is still flowing short. Alright, we're almost done, buddy. Go home and get cleaned up. The bracket goes down like something like that. One on the mount. Let me see. Yeah, kind of sort of, right? I'm probably gonna have to jack up the engine a little bit because looks frame. Oh, shorts. Okay. Alright. Yeah, because this mount is a lot higher than the old one. So definitely I'm gonna have to jack up the car. You can see the bolt holes are not lining up. Yeah. Let's jack up the car. Let me do that and come back. Alright guys. Mount is in.